Good day and welcome to my channel. This video is about our trip to Rabaul in Papua New Guinea and how to make the most of your time here. The best way to visit Rabaul is by booking a local tour. We booked our tour through a company called Rabaul Scenic Tours. If you want to do any tour group, make sure you contact them before you reach Rabaul. Most of the tour companies, they had air-conditioned minivans and supply of cold water for all the clients. Our first stop of the tour was to Matupet Village Cultural Show. It was about a 30-minute drive to get there. The whole town is green and lush, thanks to the volcanic ash, which had fertilized the land. On reaching the Matupet village, first we decided to go and have a look at the local school. We had taken some books and stationery for the kids, and it was also nice to have a look at how their school system worked over there. Even though this wasn't part of our tour package, we spoke to the tour guides and they were happy to include this one in our trip. The cultural show was unique. You see the locals dancing with their tribal mask and musical instrument. It was very unique and entertaining. But I have to warn you, there was one thing in the cultural show which shocked a lot of people. One of the performer was whipped by the locals.
Was that a whip? Did he whip the ground?
He hit him with that.
Did he hit him?
Yeah.
Oh.
And in our show, he ended up bleeding and people screaming to stop it. So be warned of what you might see in the show. After the show, the local guys, they showed us about the local food. They had a feast of cooked bananas. I found it bland and definitely needed an acquired taste. Then we spent some time hanging out with the locals. After the cultural trip, we went to the site of the active volcano. And they were not lying when they say it's an active volcano. If you want to do a walk, you can do to the mouth of the volcano, but we did not do that. Instead, we just enjoyed having a look at the hot spring that was seeping out from the earth, running towards the sea. Now, when they say it's a hot spring, it is hot spring. Don't try to test it by touching the water. We actually saw a crab trying to walk past it and immediately getting cooked. Some people stood where the hot springs join the sea, and even there it was pretty hot. It is definitely a place to have some photo opportunities and also do some local shopping. After spending some time at the volcanic site, we were supposed to go to have our lunch. However, one of the guys in the tour group was a native of Papua New Guinea who had not returned to the country in over 30 years. So he asked the tour guides if they could take us to the local cemetery where his elders and forefathers were buried. The tour guide happily accommodated that, and he took us to the cemetery where we saw a lot of the local elders were buried. After the visit to the cemetery, we went and had our lunch. At the restaurant, they accepted international credit cards. After the lunch, we drove through the Kokopo township and we reached the Kokopo War Museum. We spent a good 45 minutes there having a look at the machines and weapons that were used in the World War. Those relics of the past were definitely a reminder of the horror that Papua New Guinea endured during the World War. Thousands and thousands of people died in Papua New Guinea, and there are still weapons and aircrafts, ships still sunk in the sea, which have now become diving sites. After the War Museum, we went through the Kokopo market, but decided not to stop there. but instead we wanted to spend more time at the Karavia barge tunnel. On the way to the main tunnel, we stopped at other smaller tunnels. Eventually, we reached the Karavia barge tunnel, and the tour guide explained to us that there were multiple tunnels which were built by the Japanese to move equipments as well as shipments which arrived to Papua New Guinea. You also find locals selling handcrafted items here. Now, they say when you're in Rome, you do what the Romans do. So, when you're in Papua New Guinea, you do what the Papua New Guineans do. So, I tried the betel nut that they all were chewing. It was a unique experience. Here, you bite the fresh betel nut pod to get the soft betel nut from the inside, and then you dip a type of pepper in lime and chew them all together. Your mouth turns red pretty quick, and then you have to do what the locals do: spit it on the ground. The locals found it surprising that I was enjoying it. After visiting the barge tunnel, we went to the Rabaul Volcano Observatory. This is a high lookout point from where you can see the volcano. You find a lot of kids playing around nearby. And singing to entertain the tourists. And God, they all can sing. From here, we were dropped back at the port to get back into our ship. Overall, the tour was absolutely wonderful. The guides were very knowledgeable, and they were happy to work with you to make sure that you enjoyed and had a wonderful time during the trip. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Solomon, and this is Wandering Soul. This channel is about my life as a polymath and includes traveling, learning, and making new things. If you found value in this video, click on the like button and share it with any of your friends who might be visiting Papua New Guinea. See you in the next video, and until then, live curiously.